Welcome in this new video lesson from a video tutorial. I hope you like, and if you like, put a like, and if you like, moreover, subscribe the channel to support our job, our work. So in this new tutorial we are going to see a new feature of Blade of Laravel with Laravel 8, and we are going to use components because we want to use this wonderful feature. Imagine we have a lot of stuff inside our view. We need a lot of code, but with this new concept is similar to Angular. When you render some component, are called components, this feature of Blade, and basically you need to render a component only to put the x minus dash with the name of the component, and Laravel will search inside the folder resources view with components, will search for that component matching. Of course, I have a slideshow that I created. This is a component that I created from scratch. Just I did a new file and Laravel worked very well. So let's try now to do something like this. I'm going to create a new component, and basically you need to create inside the directory components a new file with the name that you want to use inside the tag. So let's try a trial. For example, we want to do something pencil.blade php, and there we go. And let's create some div container. There we go. I am a book, and if I want now inside my view, that is called it is a normal view of Laravel, I want to render a new tag. So let's try now here. It's enough to do something like this. So let's see, I can see that something like this, and if works Laravel, I didn't do anything. Now you can see that I have this rendered automatically. This is incredible new feature of Laravel, where you can put the logic outside of you, because it will be really ordered the code, and just with the tag you can just do much. But let's go further in this tutorial. We created a new file book, and we wanted just to see how it works. But let's go in an example more complex. I created a new component called slideshow, and I want to pass the image to my slideshow. This is the result, and you can see I have many components of type slideshow. I'm using Slick, and you can see that it's working very well. This is a component, a wonderful component, Slick. And let's go to see what I did. I created this slideshow, you can see .blade, and just I did the push inside my stack scripts that is located inside my Blade, my main. You can see that I have here scripts, and everything will push it here and return into our file. Here I push all the library about Slick and the CSS, and and I do a simple, as you can see, I do a simple document ready to instantiate my slide, and I do it for each of the array of my images, and I have a container here just to be more ordered, and this is the result. So let's try now in my let's go in my In my view, you can see that I have a simple array. This array I just built simply. I put two images from Wikipedia, and I put in my array, and I pass. Let's go further. How to pass? Let's go here. How to pass an array to our component. As always, slideshow, and if I do like something like this, for sure I receive an error, of course, because I don't have the variables, and I need to put a colon and the name of the variables that I want to use, equal to double quote, and inside I put in my variable that is sample images. Let's go now to do something like this, and let's put the dollar, and here we go. This is our company. You can see that everything is rendered and is separated, and this is a great result. We can do many slideshows as we want. Let's try to do something like this. Just and there we go. You can see that I did many slideshows. You can see that is working, all is working. Imagine how much code I had to write to add the same result, but with the Laravel is possible. The best framework in the world, of course, is possible. So now let's try to put a new images just for, and there we go. I do a simple and I find some images from Wikipedia, and let's now to see if I find something interesting. Let's find Wikipedia. Let's try to find Gioconda, Mona Lisa, and there we go. Let's find now to try to. Okay, it's working. It's a lot of data, because I think it's really 10 megabytes, but it's downloading. And now let's see if it's working, if it's taking a new slideshow, just to see. One, and it's loading some difficulties, thus, because just for curiosity, how much is this image? It's incredible, it's another resolution, because of course deserve this image, I think. Let's see how much is. And 94 mega. Wonderful, because we have every detail. It's incredible, it's wonderful, this image. And you can see that is every detail you want. Of course, is something really old, and I don't know if it's good, but imagine how many centuries it was done. Returning to us, so this is our, I hope it's cached instead it's cached, and you can see that is working, and every slide is separated, and you can just work and you can get the result. You can do many slideshow inside the same page, and it still will work. You know, it will work, as in the meanwhile the component is rendered, the document ready is fired. And so what happens in this case, in this case we'll start a new instance of Slick, and they are separated, and that is magic. This magic. So we have many components as we want, and we can change the images, the array of the images, and this will work. So we saw that we can just to pass some variable, and for example we can just to pass a title, my simple title. We can use simple like this, and for example slide show, and if let's go, yes, it's working. And now if I go in the slideshow blade here, just to put something like this, 83, and let's do something like this. This doesn't break the code. This which is working, and there is working, and it's wonderful. So the magic of the component is not finished, because we see that we can pass everything we need just as a simple tag, HTML tag, and we can render, we can pass every information as we want. We can just to pass also a standard class object. Let's try this for example. So I'm going to use emblade, something like this. I'm going to do an object equal to new std class. There we go. To put the title here, and I'm going to name an object. And now if I want to pass this object, let's try something like this. So with the help of the colon we are going to tell something like this, object something, let's try my object equal to, and I'm going to use this like this. So now if I go here in my slideshow, now I have many slideshows. That's now for example, now leave only one. That's now okay, equal now only one, because we don't want to break the code of the other. And let's go if it's working. That's now the frame variable object. Okay. You can see that we passed this, and if you want to go to use this object, we go in the slideshow, and we can do something like this. Just for example, we can do something like this. Let's try now to do an if with an if. So if that's not my object. I'm gonna do something like this. Title. Now like this, and there we go. It's wonderful. And I have an object. You can see that you can pass everything you want. You can just do. We saw that in our component, building the component, the tag, we can pass, or using the colon, or using also this, if you want to put a simple text, we can just use a normal tag, for example. And I think passing you can pass, and you can do everything you need. Exists another way that using artisan. Let's go to see also this. Let's try now, for example, to create an Apple component. You can see that Laravel with the artisan create inside the view the resources, components, and Apple, and we'll go to create an in-app HTTP and control in the view component here inside the HTTP. Here created an Apple class that is a standard component. Here you can put some logic. You can pass, for example, if you need something particular, just because you don't want to do the logic in the view, you can just pass the variable here. So for example, if you now you can just put a public property like this in the my, let's do now color, and you need to pass in the construct this the color, and like this color equal to color, and there we go. And you will find this inside the let's go now. If I go now in my edit view, let's go here, you can see if I put now something like this, Apple, and I put an X tag like this. Let's see what's happened. Refresh the page, and of course nothing, because I didn't write anything in my blade component. So let's try now. I am an Apple. Bye. So if I now something like this, I have to find an Apple, and this is working, and by composer you can, but if I want to pass, for example, a variable, because I just put in the constructor a variable. Now if I go here to Apple in my components, in the app view components, okay, view components here, I can just put this automatically. I shall find this color. Let's try now if it's working. Apple. I shall receive an error because I don't find, because it's needed to pass from the view, from where when you created the Apple tag, you need to pass this. So you something like this with the colon. I'll just switch, so you can keep it red. So let's now, and this doesn't work. Let's try now to do something like this. Because it's a kind, and you can see that now I am an Apple, and you can see Apple red. So it's a kind of choose what to use. If I prefer sometimes, if you need a particular logic, it's better to put in the kind of class the controller, because you can put some very much. If for example you need something that you need to take from the model, and you don't want to pass from the main controller, but you want to just to use here, you can just to put some logic here. For example, let's try to do an example. If I want, for example, now I have my books controller here. For example, I can just to take all the books, and instead to take from the main controller, I can just to put some logic here, and I can just, for example, to use something like this. Okay, and I, for example, to receive some data. Let's now receive a lot of books. Let's take only the first. There we go. You can see that you can just to put some logic inside if you need. This is a kind of choose. Okay, but many times you need also to clear the cache. perfect. Doesn't problem of this is because now it's cached. Just for performance is cached. You can see I don't receive an error here. Doesn't break the code. If I now I go here, I just use the nipple here. I put now another feature. Let's now test equal to yes, doesn't break, of course. But anyway, if you use this, just you can put some logic in the constructor, and doesn't you can pass for example here, instead to pass variable you can pass this variable coming from the horn. There we go. You can see that it's cached. Okay. Anyway, this is the method that you can use as you prefer. And of course, if you need a more complex logic, I suggest to put it inside the here all the logic. If you instead need some slideshow, for example, as I created with Slick, it's also good to use only the part of the view, as I did for the slideshow. And you can see that is working. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if you like, put subscribe the channel and have a nice day. Thanks for watching.